Yeah, well, it's obviously got, you know, it's quite a historic event, really. I mean, it's probably one of the first events I remember going to as a kid, and obviously it doesn't have all the sort of worldwide coverage like the big PSA events do, but it's always had like great venue, good big crowds come. It's a big event for England squash, you know, so it's always been really exciting in terms of what it attracts, and like some of the audiences we've often had there, like been some of the biggest we've had over the years. And so, you know, and obviously England and the you know, Wales, Scotland, have, you know, been some of the strongest nations in the history of the game. So often they've got strong players. So it's a blooming good tournament in its own right anyway. So, you know, all that added together, you know, we want to win it. And some of the greatest players that have ever played the game, you know, obviously Nick and Laura have won this title, and, you know, it continues to be a big deal. And I, you know, keep trying, you know, love playing it anyway, and I love playing squash. So to play in a big tournament down the road is always a pleasure for me. Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, the good thing for me is like I've done it like like a decade apart. It's quite strange, and you know, I think I got my first couple of titles back in the, you know, the sort of 5 and 6 or something, or 6 and 7, you know, and then it took me about a decade to get another one, and obviously Nick was dominant through that period, so that you know, winning the national titles, a great thing, but to kind of do that is a good marker of longevity, which I'm quite proud of, and to be able to compete at that level for a long time has been good. Yeah, I don't know about the defending thing. I mean, I don't always sort of I don't think too much about that, except for the fact that, you know, people sort of mention it, and the fact that I've thought, oh, you know, I've missed out, you know, I've forgotten that I was defending it almost, because it's been such a while now, hasn't it? You know, I've had a bit of an extended period, a bit like Tarek with the Worlds, and I'm like, I should have enjoyed it more, but you know, it's I did enjoy it, and it was, you know, last year was one of the greatest memories I had, and you know, I had my family there, and managed a really big win against a top player, and to win that, so that will always be a big memory for me in my career. And yeah, the defending thing doesn't come into it too much, but I'm obviously aware of it, and I'm proud of it, but there's no pressure added or anything like that. I just try and enjoy that title, I guess, when people mention it. And you know, it's a very proud title to hold amongst some damn good players. So yeah, no pressure, but I enjoy it. People know when you get older and you're 38 rather than 28, you have a different perspective. You know, a lot of the players after 30 start talking about that. You can hear them in their interviews. You can see the way that they carry themselves at tournaments. There's just age, isn't it? You know, they just get older and they just start to understand life a bit more, and just have a different view on it all. And it's not, you know, that's just the way life works, isn't it? So that's generally probably a bit of a thing with me now as a squash player. I just love playing. I'm enjoying the game and being a professional more than I've ever enjoyed it, and that's why I'm carrying on. And I'm not bothered about being at the top like I was. I'm trying to enjoy these last years, because I think sometimes I didn't enjoy it the way I could have done. Because of the intensity, you know, and I see that in the top players now, and they have to be intense, because if they're not intense, they're not going to win, and they're not going to do the things they're trying to do. So yeah, I think it's a general thing, but I think when I spoke to you 6-7 weeks ago, or whatever, I was not really in the space that I am now. You know, I've been on the tour for a few weeks. I played the World Championships. I've had 6 or 7 really good matches under my belt now. 6 or 7 weeks of training and work, and so that's different now, and I feel much better than I did when I last spoke. So yeah, different in not different generally, but I think in terms of just this particular situation, I'm much more ready to, you know, be serious and have a really good go, and I've got more confidence now in my body, and you know, I've trained it well and sensibly, so you know, I can go in there and try and compete with those boys, rather than 6 weeks ago it was always going to be a bit of a struggle, I think.